Hello, 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 hello. How you doing? I'm so glad to be back. Yeah, I'm out of my bonnet. I got my little Mr. Rogers sweater on today. I just thought this was so cool. While I was a little chilly, I took my dog out to go to the go potty. It's cold, and she was taking her time. And so I put my little sweater on. I was like, I'm gonna keep my little Mr. Rogers cardigan on. I don't have I got on Daniel Green slippers. I didn't put on the little I think he used to put on Chucks, and of course I'm dating myself. I know there's some people who are watching who have never seen Mr. Rogers, but that's okay. I know who Mr. Rogers is. But anyway, hey y'all, this your girl, Dr. Stephanie D. Barnes, and it is my pleasure to bring you the word from SDB. And of course, I got my hair did, so I'm looking better today. I don't have my bonnet on. I did get up and get dressed today. The holidays are over, so I am, back to normal mode, back in my office, and instead of doing the bonnets and business version, we back. So I actually washed my hair today. That was a treat. Not a treat. It was not a treat. It was a, what was I gonna say? A trick or something. I don't know. It was hard. So anyway. But I could not go another day without washing my hair, and I didn't go to the salon, so I just did it myself today. But anyway, y'all know y'all didn't get on here to talk about my hairstyles. But anyway, this your girl, Dr. Stephanie D. Barnes, bringing you the word from SDB. And tonight, I want to ask you, are you a boss, or are you just bossy? What is your leadership bringing to the yard? And so I want to have a candid conversation over the next 5 broadcasts about, being honest about the kind of boss you are. Because some of us are talking about we bosses, but we just bossing folks around. And then there are others of us who are excelling at being a boss. And then there are those of us who are in between. So let's be honest today and ask ourselves, are we being a boss? Or are we just being bossy? And of course, I don't know if y'all have, I'm sure y'all have. Y'all heard the song Khalees talking about her milkshake, what her milkshake bring to the yard because she bossy. But anyway, she talks about bossy in a different way. But I want to talk about being a boss. Because, whether you are a CEO, in the making, a CEO on the rise, or whether you are a CEO, at some point, as you make the transition from signing your name on the back of the check as an employee to signing your name to the front of the check as the CEO of your life, or in fact of a company, it is important that you think about how are you going to lead others. Because, being a boss at its heart, thank you so much, means, being a leader. And a lot of times, we get confused about what it means to be the boss. Everybody want to be the boss. They got boss on a t-shirt. They got boss and rhinestones on their cap, talking about their boss. But are you really just being bossy? So let's talk about it. Hey, Andrea. So, when I work with bosses, of course, as you know, I'm Dr. Stephanie D. Barnes, CEO of C-Suite Women's Network, where I work with women and a few good men to help them to be the CEOs of their lives. And being the CEO of your life means that you are making the decisions to create the life and business and love and whatever you desire and deserve. You're tapping into the power of your choices. So when I work with people, either in my capacity as a leadership coach, as a business coach, in my business endeavors, I meet bosses basically in 4 different stages. The first type of boss I meet is a CEO on the rise. This is someone who aspires to be a leader, but they don't have a leadership position yet, but they want to get there. So they're on the rise. They're looking for guidance on how to build their relationships, and they're building their skill sets to be a great leader. Then you've got a CEO on the move, right? And so this is someone who is new to leadership. They either have just gotten their own business, they've just gotten a promotion, they just have a direct report. So they're feeling their way out as a boss, as a CEO, as a leader. Then you've got the CEO. This is someone who is an established leader. You know, they've had their own business for a while. They've been in a leadership position where they have direct reports. They may be over a department. They may even be an executive in a company. But they're established. But here's the thing. Regardless if you are the CEO, your leadership skills could still be improved. So you still could be, bringing the wrong stuff to the yard, right? So regardless of where you are, there's always room to expand your capacity. And the last type of CEO that I meet is one who is ready to be their own boss. This is someone who has made the decision to transition from being an employee to entrepreneurship. So they're ready to take the leap to being the boss of their own business. All right. So that's just something to think about, where you are in your leadership stages. Because, you got baby bosses, you got big bosses, you got all these different things in between. And it's important to recognize where you are. But again, whether you are the CEO or CEO on a rise or can't even hardly spell CEO, there is always room for improvement. And there's some fundamental principles that you need to embrace so that you can bring the right leadership skills to the yard. Because what you don't want to bring to the yard is a bunch of foolishness where you hollering at folks, you thinking that you need to boss people around. Because here's a secret. And it was something I had to learn myself the hard way, because I used to bring the wrong leadership skills to the yard. I did, So leadership, being a boss, being a CEO is not about how big your bark is. It is how expansive is your influence. Because some of the biggest bosses never have to raise their voices. No one is ever afraid of them. They don't ever have to be mean to other people. But people jump, so to speak, when they make a request out of respect and out of excitement. Like, whoo-hoo! I'm so excited about what we're doing, because they have made them a part of whatever it is that they want them to do. So let's talk about, what does it mean to be a boss? Now, of course, BOSS stands for something. We're going to use the acronym BOSS. And what it means to be a boss is, first of all, to be the boss you want. Okay? The second thing is to own your professional and personal SWOTs. Strengths, weaknesses, opportunities, and threats. You have to own that. Then the next S, or the first S rather, is to see your vision for your leadership. And then finally, you want to set your mind on inspiring others through your behaviors and actions. So, over the course of this 5-part series, I'm going to teach you how to be a boss, right? Because we don't want to just be bossy and be bringing all this barking and hollering at folks and cussing and can on to the yard. What we want to bring to the yard is truly embracing the boss in each of us. Be the boss you want. Own your professional and personal SWOTs, strengths, weaknesses, opportunities, and threats. See your vision for leadership. And set your mind on inspiring others through your behaviors and actions. So, first of all, I've been throwing this word out here. I've given you my definition acronym for BOSS. But what does a boss really mean? If you really look at I love looking up words, looking up the definition of things, and really understanding the roots of the words that we use. Because, of course, they take on their own life over the years. So, and also in popular culture, in pop culture, and in our colloquialism. So, I wanted to go back and look at, what does the word boss means. And if you look at the definition of boss as a noun, it means a person who makes decisions. Now, I love that. Well, being the CEO of your life means that you're making decisions to create the life you desire and deserve. So I was just so excited when I see that the word boss means a person who makes decisions. They exercise their authority. And then, of course, there is the word dominate. And far too often, we get fixated on this whole dominating business. And we think we need to dominate the situation. And we need to tell folks what to do. And we need to tell them what not to do. And we need to tell them all this stuff. When really, all you need to do is make decisions, exercise the authority that you have to inspire others. So that's what a real boss means. Now, here's what bossy means. Bossy is an adjective, right? Bossy means given to ordering people about, overly authoritative and domineering. Okay? So that's what being bossy is. And this is something that far too often when we think about leadership, when we think about owning our own businesses, when we think about leading in the marketplace, in the workplace, in the community, in the church, in our homes, we think about being bossy as being the boss, when really those are two different things. Being bossy means you are someone who's just given to ordering folks about, you are overly authoritative, and you're domineering. And here's a secret. A second secret. I already gave you one secret. People who are bossy are lazy. I'm just going to put it out there. They're lazy. All right? If the only way you can get other people to do things, the only way you can move others to action is to boss them around, to just domineer them, be domineering, order them about, be overly authoritative, it means that you are lazy and that you are not using the intelligence that you have, you're not using the relationships that you have to inspire others. So I know that those of you who are watching don't want to be lazy. So I want you to put in the comments if this resonates with you, if you are committed to this day forward, even if you've been bossy in the past, if now you are committed to being the boss, I want you to put in the feed, hashtag I am not lazy, hashtag I am a boss. Hashtag I am not lazy. Hashtag I am a boss. Because if you want to be the CEO of your life, you have to make decisions. That means you can't be lazy and order people about and be overly authoritative. What you've got to do is learn to connect with people so that they want to do what you want them to do. And they want to do it so bad, they beat you to doing it. You don't even have to tell them because they're so excited about what it is that you're doing together. Because here's something. All right, Shanetta says, I am not lazy. I am a boss. Gone, girl. Yes, that's the way you want to proclaim it. So, one of the things that, that is so important when you think about being a boss is about building the relationships, right? And making decisions around who you are, what you want to do, and what you're going to do together. Because remember, one of the things, one of the key characteristics of a CEO comes up with an idea, develops a strategy, builds a team, and inspires that team to execute the strategy together. So if you want to be a CEO, if you truly want to be the CEO of your life, if you want to be the CEO of a business, you've got to be committed to inspiring other people. So at the end of the day, if you're going around talking about you're a boss, what you're really saying is you are a leader. And here's what a leader does. A leader inspires. A leader inspires. So, you need to stop confusing leadership and being a boss. All right, Valerie. Valerie says, hashtag I'm not lazy, I'm a boss. Yes, that's what I want to hear. So, you've got to stop confusing being a boss with something you wear on your chest, right? It's not a title. It's not something you just go, I'm a boss. You go around, you sing the song talking about you a boss and all this kind of stuff. But at the end of the day, are you truly a leader? Are you truly inspiring others to want to do great stuff that impacts someone other than yourself? Okay? Because people who are bossy, they're also kind of selfish, right? They're kind of self-centered because it's all about them, Because I'll just be honest, I put all my little stuff out there. Well, not all of it, but just enough for transparency's sake. But, when I was in the bossy mode, I must say, it was all about me, okay? I was not really focused on the team. I didn't really get it that, I was trying to get my stuff done, what I wanted to do and all this kind of thing. And I really wasn't thinking about the other people. And so if you want to be a boss, you can't be selfish. So that's something else. If you're committed to be a boss, you have to You have to commit it, say it loud, say it proud. Hashtag, I will not be selfish. Hashtag, I will not be selfish. And here's the other thing. The other side of that hashtag, I will commit to inspire. Hashtag, I will commit to inspire. Because that's what a true boss is. Okay? It's someone who inspires others. So, you also have to think about, what are you truly inspiring? Because we can inspire some bad stuff. Okay, let's just be honest. You can inspire bad things. You can inspire bad stank attitude, right? You can inspire others being angry. You can inspire others through fear. All right, those are forms of inspiration. That's not what we're going for. So you really want to think about, what are you committed to inspiring? Are you going to inspire others to work hard because they see you enduring to the end? They see your perseverance. Are you going to inspire others to be servant leaders because they see you giving of your time, your talent, your effort? Are you going to inspire others to create something together because they see you sharing the vision? They see you sharing the rewards. They see you sharing. Because the thing is, one of my favorite sayings is attributed to Zig Ziglar, and I always mess it up. So hopefully I get it right today. But you can have everything you want if you just help enough other people to get what they want. I think I got it pretty close. You can have everything you want if you just help enough other people to get what they want. Now, is this talking about giving away in a selfless doormat type of way? No. What it is talking about is adding value. Are you adding value to others? Because a lot of times, we want to show up and be the boss because we want to get something. But instead, if you really want to truly be a boss, if you truly want to be a CEO, if you truly want to be a great leader, you've got to add value to other people. Because if you're not adding value, you're just showing up being all flashy with your chain with boss on it, right? So we want to be substantive leaders where we're adding value to others. And the more you add value to others, the more they will value you. That's a tweetable right there. The more you add value to others, the more they will value you. Because if all you worried about is the fame, if you worried about the notoriety, if you worried about, do people like me? Here's one thing. Here's another secret. This is secret number 3. As a CEO, stop caring about whether people like you. That is not the big deal. What you should care about is, do people value you? Do they value you? Do you add value to them? Because when people value you, you will always have a seat at the table because they want what you have. They need what you have. So you've got to always, as a boss, as a CEO, be focused on, what are you giving of value to others? Because if all you do when you show up is take after a while, they're going to be like, oh, here she come again. Here he come again. Oh, what does he want now? I have a couple of people that when their number pops up on my phone, my first thought is, what does she want now? What is he calling to ask for now? And that's not how you want to be seen by the people that you're working with. You want to be seen as someone of value. Oh my gosh, here she comes. I can't wait to see Andrea, because I know when Andrea shows up, she bringing something good to the table, right? That's the way you want people to be thinking about you. So remember this. Hashtag real bosses bring value to the table. Hashtag real bosses bring value to the table. So, as the boss, as the CEO of your life, as the CEO of a company, as a leader in your industry, wherever it is, you want to be focused on, how much value am I bringing to others? Okay? So, you want to inspire others through the most positive way that you can. So, what I want you to think about is, truly, are you being bossy? Or are you being a true boss? Are you being a true boss, or are you being bossy? What does your leadership bring to the yard? And really think about that, because one of the great heralds of great CEOs is their self-awareness. And if you want to be great at whatever it is that you do, if you are working for a company, if you're getting ready to start your own company, if you have your own business, you must embrace the beauty of self-awareness. And I say it as beauty because it reveals to you those places that you have opportunities to improve. And here's the thing, self-awareness brings about responsibility. So once you know, then you have a responsibility to act upon what you know. But if you want to be a true boss, you've got to really be able to ask yourself on any given time, am I being a true boss or am I being bossy? What am I bringing to the yard, right? And if you cannot truly answer for yourself that you're adding value to others, you are inspiring others, you are sharing the vision with others. You know, a lot of this requires communication, and that's something we're going to talk about kind of as we get through this series. It's kind of some of the meat and potatoes of what does it really mean to say that you want to be a boss and that you want to truly improve in what it is that you do. So, it's just so important to really grasp this self-awareness. Be honest with yourself. And sometimes you got to ask others, am I being bossy or am I being a boss? What do you think I bring to the yard? Because, while you may not really want to hear what other people think about you, it is valuable information. Now, you don't decide, you make the decision with what you do with it, but it's great to know what are people's perceptions of you. Because sometimes you think you being the boss, and other folks will just tell you, you're just being bossy, And so when they do, embrace it. It may hurt your little feelings. It may make you mad, may piss you off, but get over it. Get over yourself. And then figure out what can you do to be of greater value, to be a better inspiration, and to truly inspire others to do great things with you. So with that, I'm going to close out part 1 of the 5-part series. Are you a boss or are you just bossy? What does your leadership bring to the yard? We're going to go Khalees, her milkshake brings all the boys to the yard, but we want to make sure that our leadership is bringing a great team to the yard. All right? So, if you are ready to be a true boss and you need a little help with refining your boss-tivities, then why don't you text me at 228-238-7997. Again, that's 228-238-7997. And put your first name, put your last name, and your email address. And then put in there, I want to be a better boss. I want to be a better boss. First name, last name, email, and I will call you back. So let me know if you need some help with polishing your boss-tivity so you can be the best boss that you want to be. Because if we want to truly show up as a CEO in our lives and the CEO of our businesses, the CEO in our communities, in our homes, and in the marketplace and in the workplace, we've got to truly be committed to being a better boss and being more than just bossy. So on tomorrow or on the next day, on day 2, okay, sure, it is 228-238-7997. Thanks again for asking me about that. 228-238-7997. First name, last name, email, I want to be a better boss. And that's 228-238-7997. Well, all right. Well, this is the end of part 1 of the 5-part series. Are you a boss or just bossy? What does your leadership bring to the yard? And on tomorrow, we're going to get into the first of the acronyms. Remember, it's be the boss you wish you had. Boss stands for something. Be the boss you wish you had. Own your personal and professional SWOTs. See your vision for your leadership and set your mind on inspiring others through your behaviors and your actions. So tomorrow we're going to, in part 2 or day 2, we're going to explore what does it mean to be the boss you wish you had. So thank y'all so much for joining me in the Word from SDB. Again, this is your girl, Dr. Stephanie D. Barnes, CEO of C-Suite Women's Network, where I help women and a few good men to be the CEOs of their lives. And remember, being the CEO of your life means that you are making the decisions to create the life you desire and deserve. So, it has been my pleasure. I will see you next time. And I want you to really be thinking about, what does my leadership bring to the yard? Am I being a boss, or am I just being bossy? And regardless of where you lead, where you find yourself, rather, remember that is a wonderful place for you to expand your capacity. Because even if you are being the boss, you can still be a better boss. And if you're being bossy, then that just means you have room to improve and room to embrace the true influencer that you are to be the great CEO that you were destined to be. So with that, I'm going to close it out. I will see you next time on the Word from SDB, when I will bring you part 2 of the 5-part series, Are You a Boss or Just Bossy? What does your leadership bring to the yard? And we will explore what does it mean to be the boss you wish you had. Thank you so much. I will see you next time. And remember, be the boss, not just bossy. See you next time.